The Reserve Bank is working on a draft law to revamp the national payments ecosystem. This sets the stage for the biggest payments reforms in a generation and a potential 0.5% lift in GDP growth. Under the bank's 2030 strategy, it estimates that faster, cheaper digital payments could trim the economy's 30 billion rand annual cash management cost and widen access for underserved households and businesses. FlySafair has had to cancel 26 flights. That's due to a labour strike by pilots. Trade union Solidarity, which represents more than 200 pilots, says its members want a 10% salary increase and improved working conditions. Members rejected the airline's offer of a 5.7% hike. FlySafair says Solidarity's pay hike demand amounts to more than a 20% increase in overall cost to company, and this is unsustainable for the company. Further to that, the airline added that its pilots are among the best compensated professionals in the country. Its captains earn between 1.8 and 2.3 million rand annually. FlySafair says it hopes to reach a reasonable resolution with its pilots quickly. South 32 has beat its full-year production guidance. That's thanks to a jump in copper and aluminium output. The diversified miner has reported a 20% rise in annual copper production thanks to gains at Sierra Gorda and a 6% uptick in aluminium production. That's due to a ramped-up performance of the group's Brazilian operations and a recovery at Mosul Aluminium in Mozambique. CEO Graham Kerr says with operating momentum, an upgraded portfolio and a strong balance sheet, the miner is well positioned to deliver growth and returns. Jubilee Metals Group has reported a strong production performance from its operations in South Africa. The group's chrome concentrate production rose nearly 20% in the fourth quarter, taking full-year output to 1.9 million tons, reflecting a rise of 24.8%. This exceeds guidance. While Platinum Group Metals' output for the year is in line with expectations, the group says it will provide an update on its Zambian operations in August. Sibanye-Stillwater has inked a deal to buy US-based precious metals recycling business Metallics Refining. The transaction carries a price tag of $82 million. The acquisition expands the miner's presence in the metals recycling space after it acquired Relden in 2023. Closing is expected in the third quarter pending regulatory approval. In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump has filed a $10 billion lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and owner Rupert Murdoch over an article alleging Trump authored a 2003 birthday greeting for Jeffrey Epstein with a sexually suggestive drawing. Here's more detail in this report.
Donald Trump sued the Wall Street Journal and its owners, including Rupert Murdoch, for at least $10 billion. It's over the newspaper's report that his name was on a 2003 birthday greeting for Jeffrey Epstein and included a sexually suggestive drawing and a reference to secrets they shared. The US president has vehemently denied the Journal report, which Reuters has not verified. The lawsuit filed in Miami names Murdoch, Dow Jones, News Corp and its chief executive Robert Thompson, as well as 2 Wall Street Journal reporters as defendants. It says they defamed Trump and caused him to suffer overwhelming financial and reputational harm. Epstein, the disgraced financier and sex offender, died by suicide in a New York jail in 2019. His case has generated conspiracy theories that became popular among Trump's base of supporters. They believed the government was covering up Epstein's ties to the rich and powerful. Trump has said he parted ways with Epstein before the financier's legal troubles became public in 2006. The newspaper's parent, Dow Jones, said in a statement, quote, "We have full confidence in the rigour and accuracy of our reporting and will vigorously defend against any lawsuit." The lawsuit called Trump's alleged birthday greeting fake. A $10 billion award would far exceed the largest defamation judgments and settlements in recent history.
And the Bank of England is scrutinizing lenders for potential US dollar shocks. due to concerns over the Trump administration's policies eroding trust in the U.S. as a bedrock of financial stability. The bank has requested that some lenders assess their dollar funding plans and dependence on the U.S. currency. Let's take a look.
Sources say the Bank of England has asked some lenders to test their resilience to potential US dollar shocks. It's the latest sign of how the Trump administration's policies are eroding trust in the US as a bedrock of financial stability. As the leading currency for global trade and capital flows, the US dollar is the lifeblood of global finance. But Donald Trump has broken from long-standing US policy in areas such as free trade and defense. It's forced policymakers to consider whether the emergency provision of dollars in times of financial stress can still be relied on. People with direct knowledge of the situation told Reuters that the UK's central bank has requested that some lenders assess their dollar funding plans and the degree to which they depend on the US currency. Another of the sources said in one instance a global bank based in Britain was asked to run stress tests including scenarios where the US dollar swap market could dry up entirely. One analyst told Reuters that it reflects a new paradigm where trust in the international cooperation appears to be breaking. A spokesperson for the BofE declined to comment on the Reuters story, as did representatives for the biggest UK banks with international businesses, including Barclays, HSBC and Standard Chartered.